Welcome back to Juniper Ridge. What are we doing today, you ask? Well, we are grilling, barbecuing, smoking, cooking out, whatever you want to call it. But remember that grill I was talking about? I was going to do a video on how to fix it and everything. Well, while I was teaching the other day, my father-in-law, who's the barbecue builder, decided to yank the grill out, who was sitting over under the green tarp you guys have seen way too many times, with all my winter gear in it. Well, it's not winter gear, it's building supplies for the shop. But he pulled it out, and by the time I got out of school, there's the grill right there. It had no wheels when I got it. I cooked on it. So it was laying on the ground on the back side where the wheels are, cocked sideways, had no handle. I used a pair of vice grips for the handle. But we cooked a welcome home dinner for Dennis Barnes, who trucked out from Adelanto, California, all the way to DC with Freedom Convoy. And so when he returned home, went out and cooked him a barbecue up. I did 3 pork loins on this grill, sitting sideways on the ground. And there was probably 50 people there. Said it was the best pork loin they ever ate in their life. On this Masterbuilt kettle. I know, everything else is Weber's, but... So after the barbecue, she gave me this grill, because she's like, it was my mom's, and I'm never going to use it, and whatever, it's just a pile. And I'm like, no, that's a really good grill. So anyways, it now has wheels. I'm going to put tennis balls on the front. That way, when I'm out on the road, because I'm taking this on the road with me. But when I'm out on the road, if we're in sand or whatever, that'll distribute the weight. And those bars on the bottom won't go into the dirt, sand, whatever. It'll keep it nice and level. And that little guy on the bottom was a rescue given to me. I haven't cleaned him up yet, but he fits right under, so that's perfect for storage. He's going to pack along for a backup. If I got to cook extra veggies, whatever, then I got him. And then I'm also taking my Camp Chef with the Camp Chef barbecue box, and I believe I'm taking the Artisan Italia pizza oven with us. So we should have everything, and then probably my Coleman 2-burner propane portable stove. So if I have everything else in use, I still have another 2-burner stove to cook with pots or whatever. So yeah, it's pretty cool grill. This is the 3rd night I've cooked on him. I mean, it looks like it's freaking brand new. There's the handle we built. The metal that's from the lid to the top handle was from my upholstery roll holders. That's what used to hold up my rolls of vinyl and cloth. We just whacked off, well, cut off. Probably wasn't a great word, but whatever. Who cares? Y'all get it. Anyways, cut off 2 3-inch pieces. And then that top piece is a piece of milled juniper. I have a whole stack back there. On the right side is a whole freaking stack, a whole unit of custom milled juniper. So I grabbed a piece of juniper, and we just kind of worked it out. Don't care that it's not round, it works fantastic. I mean, comfortable, perfect. Move her over. But then, we're grilling on her. Haven't flipped yet. These are bacon wrapped pork loins. And you can see the coals are in the middle on this grill, because that vent on the bottom, right there, got the ash basket. So this lever right here, that's where my vent comes through. And so the air is coming up from the middle. So rather than do it on the sides like on the Weber's, I tend to put my ash pile, or my coal pile, ash pile, in the middle, because that's where the air flow is coming from. And then I'll cook around it. And these are fajita taco seasoned bacon wrapped pork loins. So what I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna grill them up, then I'm gonna cut them up and put them on flour tortillas with cheese and all the fixings for the family. So it should be a fantastic feed, and looks like they're just about ready to flip. So you get to go with Blair Witch Project cam, because I'm not on a gimbal. I'll try and keep it square, y'all. Hang with me, bro! Girl! Here we go. So we're gonna give it a check. Oh, man, that's caramelizing really nice. Want to keep them back from the heat though. These are, front ones are cooking quick. So what I'll have to do, and those are perfect. Look at that caramel. And I'll show you the seasoning I used here in a minute. That guy's a little lighter, so on the back it's cooking slower, but it's still cooking good, which tells me I'm hot up front, which isn't a bad thing, because anytime you set your coals in, you're going to get a hot spot, you're going to get a cooler spot, and you'll know where to move your meat around. So we know that back is a lot lighter. So I'm going to sear these guys on the front off, all along this front right here. Look at that coal bed, just glowing red. Sear these guys in the front over to the side here. Then I'm going to put them in the back there, and I'll transfer those up front. It's going to be good. All right. Back to Blair Witch real quick. Tongs down, lid back on. So I'm telling you, I've cooked on Weber's for a long ass time, and this grill does a fantastic job. It doesn't recycle coal as well as a Weber, but cooking, it cooks fantastic. So, but the thing about it, I've tested it over the last 2 nights. This is my 3rd night cook. After I shut it down, it does still take a while to cool down, but I'm still recycling coal. All right, it still does the same thing, just not quite as efficient. And that's why those guys are so freaking expensive right there. But that's all right. So we're gonna grill this guy, and I'll show you what it looks like here in just a minute. All right, so seared everything on the front. They're all stacked in the back. They're gonna finish because they're bacon wrapped. When they're done, I'm taking them down. I'm gonna cut them up. They're going in burritos with cheese and the fixins. So it's gonna be good. But at this point, if I wanted to cook something else, somebody wanted steaks, chops, it doesn't matter. I got a whole grill to cook on right now. I could put another 10, 15 steaks on here, and we'd be fine. So a lot of grill space on this 24. A lot of room to cook. A lot of options. And man, those are looking fantastic. Just golden brown. Just shining in the sun. All right, let's get this lid on before, so they can finish up, and we're gonna turn our heat down. So take our top, give him a tap up, just barely vent him, just barely. The bottom, I'm gonna close down all the way. So, see the holes right there. Okay, so we're just gonna close him off completely. What this is gonna do is it's gonna stop the coals in their cooking process, and they'll start going to recycle coal, and then I can use them again tomorrow. But like I said, it's not as efficient recycling coal as the Weber's, but it still does recycle coal. I still get a pretty good clip out of my coal pile. It takes longer to cool down and cool off, but that's all right. You know, when the same grill next to it, which is a little shorter, the stand is, but it's the same grill. The only difference is this top's a little taller. But that grill, the Weber 24, will shut down way quicker than this guy. But it doesn't matter. That works fine. Still does the basic concept, still saves coal. And I'm working on trying to tighten up the top here. If I can tighten this top up, we're going to have better results recycling coal. The bottom, I don't know of any way to recycle, you know, to tighten that up. To get a better, you know, the Webers, you almost can't move them, they're so tight. This one just slides like no problem. So there's going to be a little airflow down there no matter what. Same thing with this top. It's just not as tight. But I'll tell you what, you can still grill some damn food on here and it tastes fantastic. So as you can see out in the yard, we've taken down all the pop-ups except the 6.4. She's finishing up. She's going on the road with us. We're doing a video on the takedown. So all these are going to get transported back to their storage area until the next camping trip for those. But over here we've put up our shower house. And on the ground is a Camp Chef on-demand water heater, propane tank, and we're working on our solar system to run that shower when we're on the road, along with Starlink and some other things. I think we're going to utilize the Jackery power pack with a solar panel, and that should take care of all our needs for phones and whatever else we need. So it should be pretty cool. Grilling almost done, so we're going to cut this off, and hope everybody's having a fantastic Wednesday. Hump Day, baby! And we shall see you next time. Probably a few more times here, and then all that, and this, and the backup grill, and the Camp Chef, which I'm not even going to do here. I'll show you on the road. And you'll get those videos as we travel across the country with Grey Wolf on his walk across America for freedom. So, much love, peace. See you next time. Catch you later.